Kasakai. Can you say Kasakai? That's how you say what's up in Marathi. Welcome to Patrika's Little Star Cafe. Facts that are fast, fun, and keep you happy. Today is Tuesday, April 12th, 2022. And here are today's matters for chatter. Number 1. We travel the world to get a glimpse of a giraffe or a tiger, etc. But now the Maharashtra government is spending rupees 100 crores on bringing African wildlife to Nagpur and creating a safari experience there. While many can argue that this budget can be used for other projects, these types of developments are important for tourism, which creates many livelihoods and income for the state. Feeding the population is important, but we must also create jobs and opportunities so people can also feed themselves. This is a more sustainable solution. The larger question is, will these imported animals be able to deal with the terrain and climate change? Scientists must look into such factors if the safari were to go on, as a few years ago, penguins imported to Mumbai in an aquarium did not survive the changed conditions. Either ways, Maharashtra is spending a lot of energy and resources for animal-based projects, like a leopard safari in Pune and a gene pool bank project to help preserve biodiversity. Do you know which are some of the larger animal wildlife parks in India? Kaziranga in Assam, Ranthambore in Rajasthan, Bandhavgarh in MP, Jim Corbett in Uttarakhand, and Sundarbans in West Bengal, for example. Number 2, for the first time in history, 4 civilians not funded by the government will go into the International Space Station on an American rocket. Except for their few months of training, they have had no prior experience in space except for the captain who once worked with the government and has been to space. They will be called astronauts or tourists, who knows? Well, they certainly will be doing specific research, like for senescent cells and age-related diseases, children's-related illnesses, etc. So there, just tourist is a bit generic, and astronaut seems too great for being able to pay your way to space. Would space tourists do, or will we come up with something like space aviators, space commanders, or interstellar guides? Number 3, the Duchess of York once said, "You can never be too rich or too skinny," but she forgot to add too safe. Called the Steiner Hall, it's the world's tallest and skinniest residential tower or building, and as is the trend in Manhattan's Billionaire Row, home to the super rich. Looks like they forgot to tell people you have to be super healthy too. The building is so skinny that the upper floors make people nauseous as they sway in the wind. But why would they make something like that? Well, in a city where space is a luxury, a home in the clouds sounds like a deal with a non-stop view. And who buys these luxuries? Generally overseas investors. Funny for a city that these remain empty when others can't find space near work. And now for today's Mega Matter. Can you imagine a couple sold millions of dollars of fake masterpiece art to collectors and auction houses? The German couple was sentenced to prison, of course, but years after swindling customers. But why did they sell fake art and lie? Because they made a lot of money, of course, but it was just like a thrilling adventure to them, an adventure where they did a lot of research, traveled the world to feel what the artist did when they made the original paintings, paint, and then sell it to make millions, only to end up in jail because it's wrong to lie. They copied paintings of Max Ernst and Valmier and Leger and Capendonck and Derain. But they were also caught because their last painting ran out of zinc, which he mixes in white paint. When he bought a regular zinc white, he had no idea that it contained titanium white. Art galleries and auction houses look at the provenance or origin of the work, and when they detected the titanium white, alarm bells went ringing. Titanium white was not available back then when the painting was made. Alas, their secret was out and they ended up in jail. It's hard to fool these customers, as they do a lot of research and have an entire process in place to filter any fakes, but somehow the Peltrachis got the better of them. Today's word of the day is forge. It means to copy illegally. And finally, for today's quote of the day, Luxury is a state of mind. Thank you for listening, and do send us your questions and comments via WhatsApp, or you can email us at diptyanti@gmail.com. Take care. Lots of love, Dipti Auntie. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Do you know how loved you are?